Harry and Meghan reveal shocking truth. Welcome to everyone in Hollywood, the so-called good, the only messy ones are this perfect couple. Mega chaos back for you, and girls, welcome to the channel. Take a seat as we drop some royal truth bombs way more devastating than anything Meghan Markle will ever be forced to blurt out on camera. I resign. So that's why we are off to see the financial dumpster fire of Harry and Meghan in Montecito. And believe me, it is a hell of a lot more expensive than that gender reveal fail. Before we even begin to dissect the tidal wave of that news, everyone, if you've not done so already, do me a quick solid right now and hit that subscribe button, then those notifications. We got some explosive shit coming your way. Just picture this, the young love-struck ex-royals Harry and Meghan lounging in their $14 million California mansion. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Buckle your seatbelt then, because in this new age traded princess meets golden handcuffs tale called Megxit, moneyed LA is burning forest fires left and right. Alright, so this is something we need to unpack, right? This was no ordinary home. Oh no. At 5.4 acres, the beast has enough bathrooms to make Buckingham Palace feel courthouse ghetto, and even a wine cellar so far beneath Queen's collection standards it'd be demoted right back out behind the bottom shelf of your local corner shop booze aisle. That is 9 bedrooms, yes, and an astonishing grand total of 16 bathrooms, 5-car garage, guest suites that ensure no kids are allowed to sleep inside the adults' homes, where you moms/dads can finally relax while your precious little ones play house in the cottage built just for them. I mean, escaping your royal duties and all, you need more than one getaway car? But here's the kicker, folks. Only in one would mean even more expensive than the princely palace they are picking up. They are killing her quicker than Harry can ask for another 70 bar. It is the equivalent of a residential service scam one more time, exclaims real estate expert Eric Bramlett. Let me play the tiniest violin in the world for our former royals who are very clearly struggling. So Harry and Meghan need 10 to 15 staff just to keep the place ticking over. That's right, folks. They employ more people than even the most populous national army, and are concurrently responsible for a larger portion of global employment than any other private employer in history. Housemaids and cooks, gardeners, security. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up with all of you other tiny people that are required to keep your household running, huh? The utility bills and maintenance costs are high, indeed. I bet they are regretting their green policy right about now as the heating bill of 16 bathrooms comes through. Guess actions really do have consequences. Wow, the gift that keeps on giving. A time you may recall when Harry and Meghan were set to be financially independent, allowing them an escape from the tyranny of the royal purse strings. Yeah, so much for the determination that's good minute as one of Meghan Markle acting components. Apparently, on the back of our mate Eric's report yesterday, they are now struggling to cover their palatial grounds. At this point, I know what you are thinking. They say they should be able to swing it all on their Netflix money. But wait, perhaps we take a look at it. Also, Harry and Meghan signed a $100 million deal with Netflix. But maybe that seems like a whole lot. That being said, let's break it down to see this isn't a $100 million windfall for them. That $100 million is for production costs. One has to think that if Netflix is really getting their money's worth, given the quality of programs they have had recently, Harry and Meghan watch us complain for 6 hours straight. Next up is the Spotify deal. Oh, yeah, that was scrapped faster than archetypes. Thus, a good-humored public appearance on his show would be the price to pay for Meghan's irresistible pull, but $25 million later in just 1 week lost seems that well-known charisma might not possess as such luring power initially believed. But fear not, as they have set sail with Lemonade Media, because nothing screams current and timely like combining forces to become a smaller fish in another pond. But let us not forget Harry goes on to write fiction. That tell-all book that he talked about everything for Chismere to the press was his biggest mistake, but also how could you be surprised when you told all their dirty little secrets and they are so mad? The only question, I guess, is whether those royalty checks will continue to flow for quite a while, or until the public remember that libraries are still out there. Meghan's new offering, American Riviera Orchard, is another celebrity lifestyle brand, and given the lackluster performance of her podcast to date, it's not all that surprising. Yet as Harry and Meghan's Californian fairy tale turns sour, we can reveal that he now pines to make it a full-time home as she dreams of splitting her days between the US and Europe. He may have his quirks, while trashing everything having to do with family, nation, or cultural heritage and upbringing, but even Harry is longing for the best of times, never mind that nobody else in the world seems to. Harry misses his old Etonian and army mates, said royal expert Tom Quinn. The fact that they have stopped paying visits could be down to tensions between them and Meghan, a less than surprising revelation. Of course, cutting ties with the entire world a person has ever known can backfire on him. In his efforts to have British taxpayers pay for his security in the UK, Harry's too cool for Britain bravado veers into audacity. There is a little part of Harry's entitlement plot missing, however, having left the royal family and publicly attacked them, profiting off their secrets with his collusion to ruin everything before now asking for public funds to pay someone else to protect him. The entire royal financial saga highlights how costly living as a member of royalty is actually. Much like their irrational family relationships, Harry and Meghan's playbook here is more of a cattle station than anything else. They never imagined their grasping for freedom would come at such a high price. Their desire, or in a way, their jealousy, did not notice the royal attribute that was about unlike everyone else. Struggling to produce lucrative content, in a house they cannot afford, the grim reality of falling fame sets across this couple and threatens everything. But the real tragedy is not their broken pocketbook or relationships. Instead, it lays in that they have squandered their capacity to be a force for good and conveniently chooses not to be. Makes them more money. They were in a position to change the world, make statements approaching those of celebrities and royals, and begin new movements that could have been rooted firmly through generations. Rather than owning their decisions, Harry and Meghan have spent years complaining about how hard life is while living in a $14 million mansion and flying around the world on private jets. To which the cognitive dissonance is so strong. My advice to Harry and Meghan, unlikely though it is to be taken up, grow up a bit and own your shenanigans. Instead of blaming other people for their problems, they should stop expecting the British public to pay for them. Understandable if they wanted to live without royal titles. But with that decision comes independence. This includes taxpayer-funded security, royal perks, and using their titles to drum up business. And let them earn their keep without the royal connection for a change. But today they sound like spoiled brats who spat in the face of their community, then act surprised when bad things happen. What do you feel about this, how it will all play out? This is a conversation worth being had in the comments below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for further engaging content and revealing insights in the future. So like, share and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest royal family news. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and we hope you continue to choose Vicarious as your source of captivating news. Goodbye for now.